everyone, it's Marla again, and I have a new mini album and a tutorial for you guys today, and I really hope you guys are not getting tired of these pocket pages, because I still have a few more ideas even after this one, so hopefully you're not getting sick of me yet. But here's the album. This is kind of similar to a paper bag album. That's kind of where the idea came from for me, except I thought all paper bags have the side loading pockets, so I wanted to do something different, so I made top loading pockets on this album. But anyways, I'll get into that in just a second when I show you the pages, but let me just talk to you about the cover really quickly. I'm not going to do a tutorial on the cover, so I just wanted to tell you what I did. They're chipboard covers, front and back. And what I did for the binding piece, this is just a strip of grunge paper that I covered with the designer paper. And so I just glued it on this side to the chipboard, and then right here to the chipboard. And then you see this is loose, and this is kind of what gives us our flexibility for the binding to open our pages. The flowers on the cover are a variety. There's Prima, there's some recollections, there's some leaves. I have a little bow here and some lace, some Tim Holtz ornate book plate with a dream adage ticket there, and a few more flowers down at the bottom with a recollections little butterfly right here. So, oh, and the paper line I used was all the Prima Madeline paper, which I am just completely in love with. I love this paper, so it was really, really fun doing this album. So let me show you how the pages work here. So you open it up. This one is attached to my cover, so this is how the book attaches. And I'm calling this a triple pocket page because there's 3 pockets. Here's your side loading pocket right here on the front of the page for a tag. And you have the top loading pocket for a tag right there. And then you flip the page over and you have one more pocket for some more tags on that side of the page. So each one of these is your 12 by 12 paper, and I'll show you exactly how to make this. So I'll just flip through this really quickly for you here. Some more tags. The paper is just so cool in this. I love this paper. More. Just line some lace on the top of this one. And I'm not anywhere near done with this album yet, but I was just getting so excited to show you the tutorial. So I still have quite a bit of embellishing to do, but and on these, the ones where I have the flowers, I went ahead and punched a little half circle punch right there just to help steady it and keep my flower from sticking out too far. I do like them sticking out, but that kind of helps it sit somewhere kind of in place. And then here's another tag here. But that's just your personal preference, whatever you like to do. I also punched my pockets, and that's your preference too. You don't have to do that either, whatever you like. And so another tag, pockets. Here's one. I just did a little file folder punch on the top of that one. And my last page and last tag, and here you see the page is attached to my binding or my chipboard cover right here, and there's the last page. So there you have it. I think it's a really fun and easy and quick pocket page to make, so I think you guys will enjoy this, and it makes a fun little album. And so let's get started on this tutorial. Okay, now to make our pocket pages, I started with a 12 by 12 sheet of double-sided cardstock. So we're going to start cutting and scoring our paper here. So first of all, I want to trim this paper down to 10 inches. So I'm just going to trim 2 inches off the side over here. Okay. And now, while I'm still on this side, before I turn my paper, I'm going to score it at 5 inches. So we just trimmed it to 10 inches, and we scored it right in half at 5 inches. Now I'm going to flip my paper one time, and now I'm going to trim it down to 9.5 inches on this side. Okay. And now from here, what I'm going to do is I want to score it a 1/2 inch in on this side and 2.5 inches over from this side. So first of all, let's do our 1/2 inch score line over here. Okay, so we have our 1/2 inch score line right here. Now from this side, I'm going to score at 2.5 inches. Okay, so to reinforce your score lines, let's just go fold it over at your 5-inch line right in the middle, and you have your 2.5 inch score line right here. Burnish that one down, and then you have your 1/2 inch score line over on this side. Okay. Now the first cut we're going to make is on this flap right here. So this is our 2.5 inch fold right here, and remember we scored it at 5 inches right in the middle. So what I'm going to do is cut down the score line at 5 inches all the way till I get to the 2.5 inch score line right there. We're basically just going to separate this flap to make 2 different flaps. There we go, something like that. And on this side, what we're going to do is fold it up to make our pocket. But I don't need all of this. So we're going to trim off this side of this flap from the 1/2 inch line all the way down to the 5 inch score line. Just trimming right along the score that we made earlier. Okay, I'm cutting that piece off. Okay, and so it's going to fold up like this. Now if you'd like, it doesn't make a huge difference, but it makes your page lay down just a little bit better to just trim the corners off right there on each side of your flap here, your 1/2 inch flap. Okay, so now this is going to fold over like this and be glued down just like so. So I'm going to take my Scotch quick dry adhesive and start gluing my page together. So we're just going to glue right along that flap. And then also, right on this side of the 2.5 inch score line, see right along here, I'm going to do a small little line of glue right there to close off our page on that side as well. And I'll show you how that works when I close it up. So just a little line of glue right there, and now we're just going to fold it up exactly like this. Okay, now I'm just making sure that was glued down nicely along this side and my flap was glued down there to make my pocket. So the reason I did that is because as we fold this over, I don't want this to be open as an open pocket, so that's why I did that little glue line right there just to close that off. But there you have your top loading part of your pocket all done. So there's your pocket there, and then this is going to make your pocket on the side. So what I did in this book was I punched my edges, so I'm going to do the same thing on this because I think it's kind of cute, but you don't have to do that at all. And I'm using a Martha Stewart punch. And I'm going to punch the other side as well, the other flap. Okay, so now to glue your flap down, just make sure your pocket is on top. Here's our top pocket, and we're going to glue just this one flap over. And so all I'm going to do is glue just along the edges here of my flap, which is the thin line of adhesive. Okay. Okay, so there's our pocket for this page. So now we have our top pocket and this pocket along the side. And now this one, this is how we attach our pages together, is using this side of the pocket. So I have another one here as an example. So to show you how to attach these together, what I'm going to do is what you want to do is I'm going to ignore the flap on this page for right now. I'm going to turn it over. So remember, my flap is on this side, and this is the side I want to glue this flap down to. So what I'm going to do is line it up here so that this flap attaches right along this side to make our pages open and attach together. So I'm just going to glue in the same manner I did before, gluing my flap down, just right along the edges here. I glue on both edges here. What I'm going to do is take these pages and just attach them just like this. And I kind of want to do it this way just so that I can get it nice and straight. And then open it back up and reinforce your glue. Just make sure it's nice and tight. So I'm just going to use the book to show you for reference. Now, you have this extra flap. This is what we just glued down. So we glued the extra flap from this page onto this one. But this one still has the extra flap. So this is what you would attach your next page to. Or if you have all your pages together, you would attach your cover page or your binding, whatever you choose to use. I use chipboard. You would attach your cover page to this flap to secure your book into your covers. Now, instead of just doing my edges to make a pocket, I didn't make this one a pocket. I glued the whole thing down so that it would be more secure as my binding. Now, on the last page, what you'll find is your last page, whatever that is, doesn't have a flap. And so you still need to attach it to your back cover somehow. So what I did was just cut a 5" by 5" strip. I scored it down the middle, and I created my own little flap. I glued it down to this page using the same method, just making it a pocket, just putting the glue here and here, and then I attached it to the back cover by gluing the whole page down. So that's all you have to do. It's actually really, really simple, and what I like about this is that you can really adjust the measurements to be whatever size book you want. This one ends up being a 5 by 6.5" book, but I think a 5 by 5 book would be really cute. You can make it smaller, bigger. You can adjust the size to whatever you prefer. So it's kind of a fun little pocket page to make, and I hope you guys enjoy that. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye.